3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Hey, how you guys doing? If you guys can hear me, please press 1. Sorry about that. I'm running up the stairs, as you guys know. So I came across this video, and you guys have to see this. They are talking about Diddy. Diddy, you guys know he's been in a lot of trouble. A lot of lawsuits has been coming his way because he did the unthinkable to women. He have been a monster towards women. When I'm telling you, he put hands on these women, kicking them, making them do all types of surgeries, making them go to all type of weird, freaky parties for his satisfaction. It's almost like he had Cassie as a slave, and he was having people as a slave as a young child. Okay. So 50 Cent has been trolling Diddy. So now they are saying in this report that Diddy is clapping back, and he's exposing the dirty truth behind 50 Cent, and that 50 Cents have a lot of dark secrets as well. Now, we have all heard that 50 Cent, he like getting his ass ate, okay? And people feel that that is some zesty shit right there, okay? However, more straight men have came out and say they like to get their ass ate too, and they don't want no man doing it, and it ain't gay. Okay. And some people feel like, yeah, because you want your ass ate, as long as you want it by a different gender and not the same gender, it's okay. However, traditional old school people feel like a man getting that ass ate or played with behind there, he would rather have a man. Okay. So everybody have different beliefs. So I don't know what they're going to come up with. And I want to know before we start, have you guys heard any tales about 50 Cent being zesty? Have you heard anything like that? Now, I know I saw Impressed too, if you have heard anything about 50 Cent being gay. And I know I have people was talking about the Source magazine, the cover. It was 50 Cent and Soldier Boy. And the way they were hugging each other, you would think they were lovers. The way they were hugging each other, you would think they're man and husband, husband and wife, husband and husband, wife and wife. Okay. So people in the comment section, they are saying yes, they did hear about that. Word on the street is he's done several questionable things to men and women. 50 Cent. So they all are playing in this game of Zest game. Okay. So let's play some of this commentary.
That he will be executive producing the documentary on Diddy, Surviving Diddy, Too Much Brother Love Can Cost You.
It was this documentary that claimed, which we know wasn't true.
Yeah, check this out. We don't talk about things that are nonsense. We don't even entertain nonsense, my brother. So we're not even going to go there, with all due respect.
So it looks like Diddy is finally fighting back against 50 Cent after 50 Cent spent years dragging and mocking him. 50 eventually went a step too far when he announced a documentary on Diddy, and it looks like Diddy is not going to sit back and watch 50 tear him up like this.
And I agree with her. Misty always be right. Shout out to Misty YouTube channel. Let me give her credit now. Credit to Misty. Do you guys think that Puff Daddy is really going to sit back and allow 50 Cent to crash him and to talk shit about him like this on these streets? Or do you think he's going to get his lick back eventually? I think Diddy, he's a person. He does not lay down lightly. He want revenge. And I can see him doing something to try to get his revenge, to let people know that 50 Cent is gay too. Okay. And I want to let you guys know the phone lines are open. Feel free to call in, you guys. Hit the phone line, and we want to hear from you. And what do you guys have to say, and what you guys think about all this? Let's continue on.
Fighting back. Not only did Diddy slam the lawsuit, but he is also allegedly threatening to expose some skeletons that 50 has in his closet. And listen, it looks like things are about to get messy.
For Sean P. Diddy Combs, he has released this statement on Twitter and Instagram saying in part, "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth."
So it looks like Diddy is sick and tired of people talking about him and all the allegations that have been made about him in the past couple of weeks, because he is now slamming the allegations and the people who brought the allegations against him. He is especially keeping the energy with 50 Cent, who has been trolling him ever since the scandal started, and even before then. He sent some pretty heavy words towards 50, and not only that, because the streets are saying that Diddy is allegedly threatening to pull a reverse Uno on 50 Cent and expose some of the dark secrets that he has been hiding from the rest of the world. So it looks like 50 might have pushed Diddy away too far. And it's not hard to see why Diddy would snap at 50 and start threatening him back. The beef between them allegedly goes way back to the late 90s when 50 Cent was new in the rap game. He had just released his hit single, How to Rob, and he was a very big deal in the industry. A lot of labels made offers to sign him, but he wanted to be signed to Diddy's Bad Boy Records. Unfortunately,
Oh, did y'all know that? See, I didn't know that. Did y'all know 50 Cent wanted to be under Diddy? 50 Cent wanted to be with Diddy. Did y'all know that? But I guess maybe he wasn't Diddy type. You know what I'm saying? But they said 50 Cent really wanted to be under Diddy. Ain't that some tea?
Diddy didn't share the same enthusiasm and he turned 50 down. Now, to be fair to Diddy, this had nothing to do with 50 as a person, and according to former G-Unit member Tony Yayo, it was because Diddy was nervous about signing an artist associated with and a gangster image following the Biggie Smalls. And if there is one thing about Mr. 50 Cent in his early days, it was that he was big on this gangster image because that was kind of his brand at the start. And Diddy wanted to protect his own bad boy label and brand. Now, Tony Yayo also revealed that 50 Cent was able to get a meeting with Diddy, but it was clear from the start that Diddy only took the meeting as a formality because he had no intentions of signing 50. He wasn't even willing to keep an open mind. Tony Yayo said, "We had a meeting with Diddy. It was me and 50. And he took the meeting out of respect. He had deals all over the table. I wasn't saying he was gonna take the deal. He might have not, but Diddy didn't want to take the deal because of all the drama. But 50 was the hottest man on the planet. But things went well for 50 despite Diddy because he got signed by Eminem and went on to have a super successful career."
Wow, I didn't know that Eminem signed 50 Cent. Did you guys know that? The white man signed 50 Cent. Ain't that some shit? And Eminem, shout out to Detroit. And feel free to call in. Y'all need to call in now.
However, he still holds a major grudge against Diddy, and he takes his time to call him out and mock him every chance he gets. And knowing how petty 50 Cent is, he has been speaking a lot on Diddy. For example, when Diddy got arrested a couple years ago for putting his hands on his son's coach at UCLA, 50 posted several memes on Instagram mocking him. However, Diddy had always maintained that
I think those are love taps. It seemed like 50 Cent, he's upset that Diddy probably had sex with him. He probably he probably topped 50 Cent, and 50 Cent wanted to work with him. And then Diddy was like, "Nah, I already had you." And he felt rejected. So now anytime he can poke at Diddy, that's what he gonna do. It sounds like a girl or a man that's been rejected. That's what it's about.
was no bad blood between him and 50, saying, "I have no beef with 50. He loves me." Do you really think that's hate? When you really break it down, you've been out here a long time. You know he loves me. When he does that, it's like funny to me. I don't really take it personal. I know he has a different sense of humor. He's just not in my life. We don't have to never cross paths. And I would never say nothing negative about him because that's just not me. Sometimes people that feel like they don't like you,
didn't he say he loved him? I told y'all they have a relationship. They've been fucking around behind the scenes. That's just what it gives. Diddy say he ain't gonna say nothing about him, because it's all love. Ain't this some shit? Right in front of our eyes. We didn't even see it.
they act like that. They really love you. There's also the fact that he keeps speaking on Diddy's sexuality and calling him gay. Like the time he shaded Diddy on IG and said, "Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are now left under the leadership of Putty Daddy," reports the nearest rainbow. Shading someone while you're literally in a hospital bed means that you're fully committed to your beef. There's also the time he went on the Breakfast Club and said that Diddy was fruity.
And when he's doing, he says things, he doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity.
Now, 50 Cent also claimed that Diddy once tried to take him shopping.
So, when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like we can just hang out. We gotta kick it.
This is possible. Okay.
You're telling me we gotta kick it, and he's like, "Yo, why don't we go shopping or something?" I mean, I pay for it. And I was like, "This just saying."
And that time he claimed that Diddy's parties were not just parties, but giant freak-offs where all kinds of wild stuff happened. He posted this picture of Lil Baby and said, "See, this is why I don't go to no party Puffy and them at. The F going on here. Get the F off my young man. What the F?" So when Cassie filed her lawsuit, we all knew that 50 was going to jump right on it. And he did not disappoint. He said, "Brother love, brother love, brother love. You out here looking crazy as a mug." He clearly kept his ears to the streets because the moment Diddy announced that he and Cassie had settled, he trolled him again, saying, "Paid that money real quick. Should have done that before the sharks saw the blood in the water. And here they come. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Every woman he put his hand on." But he didn't stop there because he did announce that he was working on a documentary about Diddy. He tweeted, "Diddy do it? Coming soon. GLG, Green Light Gang, and another one." He also said, "Rapper. I thought Diddy was a billionaire music mogul. frugal. If he's smart, he'll file bankruptcy now. Anyone with real money knows why I'm saying this. I'm the best producer for the job, guys. Here come the receipts. So 59 here to play with Diddy. Listen, if there was one person you do not want to make an enemy of, it's 50 Cent. Because that man is forever petty as F. And he will not step at anything to not troll you. Well, he got another chance to troll Diddy when a fourth woman came forward to accuse Diddy of allegedly SAing her when she was only 17. The woman filed anonymously and she went by the name Jane Doe. This lawsuit opened up pretty strong and went straight to the point and said, specifically in 2003, when she was only 17 years old.
Wow, he's been doing little girls. He just like any and everything. But I still feel 50 Cent, he gay too. All of them gay. They all gay. Okay. What percentage do you think that these black KANGS is gay? Huh? Let's go.
In the 11th grade, Miss Doe was trafficked and SA'd by Mr. Combs, Mr. Pierre, and a third assailant. Now, the third assailant wasn't named in the lawsuit, but the documents noted that the lawsuit is going to be updated soon and a name will be revealed. Jane Doe claimed that Diddy and his friends proceeded to take turns to allegedly SA her after Harvey Pierre walked up to her in a bar and picked her up. The court documents said, on the evening in question, Miss Doe was with friends in a lounge when she was approached by who she later learned was Mr. Pierre. Mr. Pierre was with his own friends, including the third assailant. Mr. Pierre, the third assailant, and their friends were dressed in suits. Mr. Pierre repeatedly complimented Miss Doe's appearance, saying that she was hot, among other things. He then began talking about his self-described best friend and brother, Mr. Combs. Specifically, Mr. Pierre continually stated that Mr. Combs would love to meet Miss Doe, even called Mr. Combs and put Miss Doe on the line. Mr. Combs told Miss D that he would love to meet her and that she should accompany Mr. Pierre to New York City in a private jet. The lawsuit had a lot to say about the bad things that Diddy and his associates allegedly did.
So that's just talking about that. So I want to give a moment for you guys to call in if you guys want to call in and add more to it or just weigh in your thoughts. All right. So I'm looking for you guys to call in. All right. The phone lines are here. You guys voted for this. So let's talk about it. If you think they're in the industry circle, you already know how Diddy gets down. Going after young girls. Come on, older men. Yeah, all these men are the same. They all like to hit on women. They all like to mess around with young girls, and they all like to be with they same sex. They like to be with each other. They really want to be with a man. Okay, let's just call it what it is. They want to be with a man. They don't want to be with no damn woman. Okay, they don't want no woman. Okay, they just feel pressure to play the game. But let's continue on. Do we have any phone calls? Come on. We're going to make this a short live, y'all. So come on, let's get these phone lines in. If you guys have something to say. Happy birthday. Well, happy birthday, sweetheart. Let's continue on.
Jane Doe on the day that the incident happened. The document said when she was just a teenager, Miss Doe met Mr. Pierre and the third assailant in a lounge in the Detroit, Michigan area. While at the lounge, Mr. Pierre insisted that he was best friends with Mr. Combs, and he even called Mr. Combs with Miss Doe, and Combs convinced Miss Doe, who was half his age at the time, to accompany Mr. Pierre and the third assailant on a private jet to come to his studio in New York City. Before they left for the private jet, Mr. Pierre smoked crack cocaine in a bathroom at the lounge, in which he also SA'd Miss Doe by forcing her to give him oral action. The lawsuit then went on to talk about how the group of men allegedly gave the underage Jane Doe drugs and alcohol when they arrived at their location. Once she got so drunk.
All right. Calling 917. You're live on the air.
Yeah, I just want to say, like, yeah, all this allegation. I wonder when Usher's going to speak up about it, you know? She should say something. And I feel for Cassie, you know, it's been going on a long time. Can't imagine what she was mentally going through. And thank you for bringing us this news, you know, this information, keeping us informed.
Okay. Anything else you want to say?
No, that's it. That's it.
All right. Well, at least he did call. What are callers at?
she was out of it, the men allegedly proceeded to SA her. The document said, while at the studio, Miss Doe was SA'd by Mr. Combs, the third assailant, and Mr. Pierre in that order. While Mr. Combs was SAing Miss Doe, he complained that he could not get off unless she pinched his nipples as hard as she could. Mr. Combs then watched on as a third assailant, who Miss Doe had not even realized had begun, SA'd Miss Doe as she told him to stop. After third assailant was finished, Mr. Pierre took his turn and then forced her to give him oral action, during which Miss Doe was choking and struggling to breathe. The lawsuit also said, when Mr. Pierre finished, he left Miss Doe in the bathroom alone. Miss Doe fell into fetal position and laid on the floor. Her privates were in pain. Finally, after a period of time, Miss Doe regained her bearings. However, she could barely stand up and had to be helped to walk out of the building and back into the car. She was taken back to an airport and flown back to Michigan. However, she was very limited in recollection of her transport home and only remembers being in her car sometime early in the morning. Y'all, this is all types and shades of messed up, and it kind of reminds me of Cassie's lawsuit, where she claimed that Diddy would allegedly drug her up before forcing her to sleep with hired male escorts. In Cassie's lawsuit, she said Mr. Combs would always supply Miss Ventura and the escort with copious amounts of drugs before and during FOs. Miss Ventura was given ecstasy, GHB, ketamine, marijuana, and alcohol in excessive amounts during FOs, which allowed her to disassociate during these horrific encounters. It became commonplace to get IV fluids in the days after an FO to recover from excessive substances pushed upon her. Now, Diddy finally decided to break his silence and speak on the lawsuit when he released a statement saying, "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth." Now, y'all know how I said that 50 Cent was a troll, right? Well, he went straight into the drama and he said, "My God, 17? Was no one off limits? This documentary gonna blow you away. Did he do it or not? Coming soon." He also announced that the proceeds from the documentary are going to the victims of SA, which is a nice thing to do. He then said, "What the F? At some point, you gotta just do the right thing." But it looks like Diddy.
All right, so you know what? I just want to talk about the state of the Black community. This is just horrible. All these Black niggas up here, they got all this money. They're built by the Black community, and it is taking it to shits. Okay, this is just horrible, horrible, horrible. And hopefully, I don't know what to say, from the pastors to these individuals in the hip hop world. They are all bad men. They are all men that hit on women. They are all bad men that disrespect women. And I know I played that video, but y'all not calling in. So now I'm about to change the shift the gears. And what do you guys think about this? How does this reflect on the men in the community? Okay, I want to know, how does this reflect on the men in the community, and what are your thoughts about that? So have a conversation with me on that before I get something to eat. So why would so many people say all those things happen if it did not happen? Well, shit, you know it happened. Just like so many people say they was been touched by pastors. You know, these pastors touching these people, women and men. Shit. Calling from 352. You're live on the air.
Hello, everybody. Hey,
Hi.
Gigi. I got a observation. The lady just said that Cassie, after all that drugs and all that stuff, allegedly,
Hello?
do you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you said that the drugs allegedly, then you cut off. So could you repeat
I'm
it?
sorry, I'm driving. I'm in Ocala. I said that they said that it's commonplace to get IVs for, I guess, rehydrating yourself after these freak-offs or whatever, right?
Okay.
So you remember, like, you hear a lot about these people having exhaustion and they have to go in the hospital. I recall Rihanna having one of these, like, She had to get some IV fluids because she was dehydrated. She was exhausted. I wonder if that's what is,
I don't know.
like
It could
the
be
after.
possible. It could possible. What
Yeah,
I want to
I'm just
know
saying.
is
I just,
how do you feel that this affects the Black community when you see men like him, Russell Wilson, Russell Simmons, all these pastors, and all these men, these Black men that supposed to be on this pedestal, they're all getting knocked down for the crimes they have committed against women.
well, they weren't going to get out of this industry unscathed anyway. They knew what they were getting into when they got into it. Somebody always has to
I
pay the piper.
disagree.
And
I disagree.
if
I
you look
feel
at
that
it, everybody who
I feel that back in the day, they could have got away with it and they were moving like it was back in the 90s. I think that if we was in a different world, these powerful men would get away with a lot. But now that we are in a different world, we are in the Me Too movement, and we have more feminists that are speaking up and want equal rights as men. They are making sure that these men pay for their sins.
as they should, as they freaking should. They
Yeah, but
absolutely
when
should.
they got into this industry, I do not think they foresaw the feminist movement. I don't think they foresaw the Me Too movement, because women back then did not have any power. And you could talk to the women that was in the industry and they would tell you, if a man lied and said that, then that's what it was. It was a man's world. It was a very patriarchy, and it's still patriarchy today, but it's not as tough as it was in the past. But you do have powers that is trying to bring back that old patriarchy movement.
I agree with you. I think you're right. It was kind of a man's world, absolutely. But I think after, oh gosh, let's see, who's the last guy that got through this industry that's still standing? After Aaron Hall done said Denzel Washington, something probably coming down the pipeline for him. We'll.
Your phone is still going in and out. Your phone is still going
I'm
in.
driving.
Yeah, I'm gonna call you. Call me back.
Driving.
Call me
I'm
back.
sorry.
Calling from 917. You're live on the air. 917.
Hey, Messy Sweet Spot. How are you, girl?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Been?
Good.
I have two issues to grab about with this whole situation. I find it very shocking that it's nothing but Black men that are being accused of all these heinous acts. I mean, they're all like white men that's doing it too, but I just don't understand why the news outlets and the media is just pushing the takedown of African. I'm not saying Diddy didn't do it. Now we all know Diddy did it, right? But what I'm saying is, where are the white men? Why are the Black men out here like this, making us look crazy out here in these streets?
Well, I think possibly they have done it with the Caucasian men, but in the Black media does not care about nobody but Black people. So you don't hear those stories because Black people don't focus on everybody else. They just focus on Black people. And now with Diddy and all these people, you see Black men that are speaking on each other. I mean, Black men are taking down these powerful Black men.
Each other. Right.
So, yeah,
Right.
I mean, but nobody really talking about it from that
see
aspect.
This with Jewish people. You don't see this with Jewish people. That's what I'm going to say.
Well, yeah, let's not say their name, because the reason why I don't, because we have so much respect for the for the Jays. I'm not even going to speak their name, and I give it to them because they put their foot down. They let you know that that group is not to be toyed with, is not to be messed with, and I can respect that.
Right.
So I'm not going to say their name, but yeah, it definitely feels like the Black community is weak. The men are weak. The community is weak. It's just in shambles. Individuals that thought they could climb the ladder
I agree with you.
has getting the ladder
Mhm.
talking down. Like the ladder is just cut down now. So
Yeah, it really exposes hip hop to a large extent, and I would say that it's Diddy ain't the only one who did it. I believe there's a lot more going around in the industry, and as you said, it's been a patriarchy, and a lot of people feel like they could get away with it back in the days, but now, it's different. The culture's different. The new wave of feminism is different, and it's a tide that's definitely changing. And I think all these people better, stay lawyered up, because you never know what's going to come out with everybody else, because everybody's doing it. That's the industry. That's the culture. That's the hip hop culture.
yeah, that is the culture. So hopefully, by people recognizing this is wrong, maybe we'll see a shift. I'm not seeing a lot of Black men podcasters really talking about these men like Diddy and stuff. I felt like they're probably looking for a window where they can say, okay, this could be a lie, because it paints them to be in a bad light.
Yes, I agree. And I just want to say one other thing. I watched Tough News kind of heavy, and the guy from Tough News was saying that Cassie going to come out with an interview with Gayle King and Oprah. So I'm looking forward to that if that happens. But I think there's a whole lot of stuff we're going to find out that's going to expose a lot of people in this industry, and it ain't just Diddy. But we'll see. But
yeah, I agree
letting me
with you.
call.
I don't think it's just Diddy. I feel like how this Diddy got turned down, I think he pissed somebody behind the scenes, some white man. He done pissed off, and they got to let his ass know your place. You still a Black man out here.
Yep.
Know your fucking place, nigga.
Well, them criminal charges coming next, so
Yeah.
he better stay quiet. But them criminal charges definitely coming. He did piss somebody off, and they're gonna get him. So he's already got. That's all I gotta say. With everything that's coming out, even Usher now trying to expose him. So people turning on him left and right. But you do dirt, you get dirt, and that's just the way this world works.
Now,
so wake up call
with the Usher thing. I think that we live in a time on social media, you just have to be mindful. You have to check your sources. I have yet to see Usher actually come out and say anything against Diddy. Now I have saw news reports make up stories, which is very entertaining. And that's what they do. And their whole point is to get clicks and views. So I can't get upset for them for that. But I've yet to see an actual like Usher really doing it, but it makes a great story.
Right. Well, we'll see as this whole thing unfolds. Because, like I said, I think he pissed somebody off, and when you piss someone off really big in Hollywood, you're gonna watch the deck of cards come falling down.
Yeah, he pissed
and
somebody
people will
off.
start turning on him. So we'll see. Allegedly.
Yeah.
All right, girl. Well, listen. I hope you have a good Friday night. TGIF, and thank you so much for taking my phone call.
Anytime. Thank you.
I love you.
Love you too.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. So Venus, I see you there. I'm going to go this call, then I'm going to come to you. Calling from 678. You're live on the air.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. It's been a while. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah. Diddy did it. Diddy dumb. Diddy D. Diddy did it all. Now, Uncle Ryan got beat up when he started exposing all this. You know that, right?
Nope, I didn't know.
Uncle Ryan been telling on. You didn't know he got beat up? They showed him in the hospital and everything. He was exposing Diddy. He was exposing Jay-Z and Beyonce. And next thing you know, he was in the hospital still talking on his cell phone. They knocked him the hell out because they told him to be quiet. Now, I'm going to tell you something. One man they ain't touched yet, so we know it's true. His bodyguard, Gene Deal. Gene Deal brought a book out about Diddy. He been on all platforms. He even have his own. telling on Diddy, and his story never changed. He said Diddy used to have those parties. He said Diddy took Ja Rule into a motel room in Atlanta and bought some butt plugs and took 2 women in there. And Ja Rule's cousin came looking for him. And they wouldn't let him in. And then Ja Rule, he made so much noise that he come out. And his cousin said, come on. And he said, well, you don't want to go up in there. There's too much freaky shit going on. So everybody knows that Diddy did all this stuff. And I don't know why Diddy denying it, because they got proof. And Gene Deal has proof. He's also the one who said those bullets, well, you know what happened with Biggie. He said he warned Puffy and everything. Puffy did nothing about it. So he claimed that Diddy did everything. All right. And he has proof. Diddy has not stopped him. They have not beat him up. And they ain't set nobody for him. And then the other shocking thing about 50 Cent, since we know Ja Rule kicked it with Diddy in the room, this could be what the beef been all this time with 50 Cent. Jealous that Ja Rule was up in the room with Diddy. Okay? So it's the plot thickens. It's a big rabbit hole, and these Negroes gonna find out. I don't know who Diddy pissed off. It was something with some deal he was doing. But he's gonna bring a lot of people down with him. And I don't know how Ja Rule's wife feel. They said she was real upset. I think she do know about it. Because someone was talking on their podcast 2 days ago and said that she found out that he had went in the room with Diddy and 2 girls. They left New York, flew to Atlanta. And then Gene was there when he went shopping in the sex store. Gene been telling it all. And he bought those butt plugs. Next thing you know, they in the room and someone came looking for them. They came running out with a towel. Towel fell off. They naked. Ja Rule said, man, you don't want to go up in there. So all this stuff, I'm telling you, Diddy going to end up next to R. Kelly. Well, he'll be in New York jail because R. Kelly in Chicago. And all of them know about each other. So I think all of them is bisexual. Because if they kicking it with women and men, they call that term bisexual.
Uh-huh.
But I think 50 Cent, I remember I started calling him 25 Cent because I don't like what he did to Vivica Fox. And he did talk about the butt play and her eating his butt right on national TV. And that's when I stopped liking him because I said, now she didn't do anything for him to tell her personal business like that. But they was talking to that punk behind Andy, what's his name that do the Housewives? Andy Cohen, is that his name?
Yeah, that's him.
That little punk, yeah, he started asking 50 questions about his dating life, and 50 embarrassed Vivica and sat there and said, well, I told her she didn't have to eat my ass. And when I tell you the white lady that was sitting there was so shocked, her face turned red. That's when I lost all of it for 50, and I started calling him 25 Cent. He didn't have to do that to Vivica. He had Vivica crying and everything. And then to find out, he jealous, all this beef with Ja Rule was over Diddy.
Yeah, that's what it be.
So they start pulling his parts, too. Yeah, because there wasn't no other beef. That's why they didn't like each other. Somebody didn't get to play with the booty or somebody played with their booty. But this is some sick, twisted mess. And I just hope all these victims, get the justice. I'm talking about the ones he took, 15 years old. And now I'm going to tell you something. I think Jay-Z going to be next. Because they started exposing him with 15-year-old girls and different ones going across the state lines. I think they coming for all of them. So one man is going to bring everybody. Well, it started with R. Kelly. But this is what I think about it. I say Diddy did it, Diddy did, Diddy done. Because the power. Let me tell you, when black men, or I say men in general, they don't know how to handle power. They start abusing it. They start abusing everybody around them. I heard he even treated his mama like a dog. Did he? His bodyguard, Gene, said he called her everything but the child of God. And this situation with Kim Porter, Gene said he totally believed Diddy went over there and done that. And he said she did have a tell-all book, and she got freaky tapes of him. She got freaky tapes of him and Usher. She got freaky tapes of him and what's that? All these damn rappers. It was the other rapper, not what's his face. But anyway, she got video of him messing with people and men. Well, all that freaky stuff they was doing. She took that as insurance because he was beating the hell out of her. He broke her nose. There's so many stories of him he treated every woman the same. Gene said that. He beat the hell out of Cassie. He beat the hell out of Kim, broke her nose. And when she had enough, he wanted to shut her up. And that's what abusers do. When they can't control you no more, they come for you. Everybody knows this. It's happened to regular folk. And then what's the other freaky man? The old ass man. That man about 90 years old now. The music mogul. They said him and Diddy beat the hell out of Whitney, and they think they had something to do with that.
Wow.
Yeah, because her sister-in-law said Whitney had so many bruises and scratches, and her teeth was knocked out. This was the autopsy. Clive Davis, that's who it was. They said they think Clive Davis and Diddy was up there because, they was at the Grammy. They think they was in her room and did all this to her over Clive Davis and some crap about she not wanting to be in the business no more. So they said she was worth more money dead than alive. So I think this going to blow the door off of all this evil that's been going on in Hollywood and this music industry. But it's going to be interesting when they start exposing 50 Cent, 25 Cent, because he was on national TV. I couldn't believe he did that to Vivica. He messed her up by telling people she ate his behind. So if Vivica did that, and that's what he liked, it ain't too far from Diddy and all this other stuff with the butt plug. I don't understand it. I don't know what, I don't know what men get. But, I'm not a man, so I don't know. But I don't understand. That's the ritual. It has to do something with evil, some kind of evil ritual. It has to. Because if you look and read up on it, they use sex as a weapon. And when they could take a soul like that, it strengthens them. And I read up on a lot of stuff just to understand it, because I get questions from my nieces and nephews. So I try to keep up on all the weird stuff as well and the reason behind it. And they get strength when they take souls through the sex, because temptation is one thing they cannot get away from. The sexual. And Diddy is a Scorpio, so what they say? Scorpios don't get enough sex or something.
Tell me this. What power do those women get when they get shitted on in Dubai? What power is that?
No, they don't get power. That's for the man. See, it's a man's world. So most of the sexual stuff is for the men.
What
some
power
women
what power did the men in Dubai get?
Degrading. And if you look at the evil of the devil, if he can degrade you down to nothing, that's the power. So when they shit on you and all this other kind of stuff, that's to take you to the lowest of the low.
Got it.
And that
now,
gives them the power.
For me, my issue is more about the beating on women. Now, them shitting on women getting money when it's consent, I don't give a damn about that shit. I don't give a fuck about the butt plugs.
Right.
That ain't shit. That's what they get into. I think it's used as a weapon because the Black community frowned upon it, but that's something that they really like. But I'm more concerned about the hitting and how they did Cassie, about how they take advantage, how these men have been taking advantage of women and how they use their power to degrade women and make them feel like they're less or they have to do this. I'm more concerned about how they
Right.
steal money from innocent people that work hard and don't give them they just do. But
Right.
yeah, the big butt plugs, that ain't nothing but entertainment and a gimmick. But that's
Right.
no real merit there. People have their conspiracies, but if butt plugs is very
Mhm.
powerful, well, damn, can you please hook me up with a few of them butt plugs? Because I need that fucking power. Okay. If butt
Well,
plugs give you
I don't know
power,
about it.
I'm just saying, if butt
Uh-huh.
plugs give you power, I'm doing it wrong. I'm doing it. I've never did no butt plugs. I use
Well, it's
dildos.
submissive.
Okay, I like
It's being
motherfucking.
submissive.
I'm submissive. Shit, I love being being submissive, but I'm not gaining
Well,
no
I
power
heard.
for it.
I know you like it.
I
I
but
heard what you like.
it's not getting us a power. I get tired, and that was in the past. But
Mhm.
you by you being
Mhm.
submissive, that what Cassie did. She was very submissive
Mhm.
to Diddy because he had money, had
Well, he
power.
went too far.
But
He
that's
went too far, though. See, when you go
yeah,
too
but that's
far
submission.
and start
We just
putting
talking about
pain,
submission. I think that in this
yeah.
day and time, you're gonna have to smart the
Mhm.
fuck up, okay? Don't submit to anybody. You hold your head up. Okay, now if that's what your
Yeah.
kink, that's what you get into, maybe I don't know if is it coming from a place from your childhood or you put I
Mhm.
don't know, child. But that
I
submissive
never went
shit.
to that.
But people are raised and groomed, women especially, are taught you
Right.
have to be
Right.
submissive to a man. Women are groomed to taught that if it's a man have money, then you're lucky to be with him. And I think that is the
Right.
mindset that we need to attack. I think that is the mindset that we can tackle and it's real versus conspiracy
Mhm.
theories. I can't tackle a ghost. I can't tackle
But Gigi, but that's what the strip club is about. Power. To make a woman feel like she has to take her clothes off to be wanted and accepted by a man, but that's only her body. That's why they can lay in the bed with this one, that one. It's no emotional connection when all your being is about the sexual side. So all these ladies is just hoes to them for that reason. And the ladies believe that's the only way they can make that fast money. So they would
I
take and degrade
disagree.
themselves all the way.
I disagree. I think
Huh?
some women feel that way, but I would never categorize all women like that. All women are not like that. I have seen very
No,
powerful
not
women
all.
that are very smart, and I think more credit need to be just due to powerful women that are not doing what everybody else is doing. And I'm not taking away from any strippers or any people that do OnlyFans page, because if you can make it and you can make these men shrivel and give you all their money, then that is power in its own. But these women out here, they're so intelligent. Okay, they're more
No, the
smarter than the
men.
men. They are smarter than the men.
Right.
They can do math better
But
than
the
the
men
man.
think they
Hold on.
smarter.
They
You
can
see what I'm
read, they
saying?
can read better than the man. And the funny thing about it is when you look 100 years in the past, these women have been told you can't read because you got a kitty cat between your legs. Because you have a kitty cat between your legs, then bitch, you can't comprehend what words on this paper is. They told the same lie to black people that you're not human, bitch. Okay, you are part animal, part whatever. And it just goes to show how society has lied, and they will continue to lie to different groups to degrade them and to make them feel less than. And that is all bullshit. So Diddy and Russell and all these black powerful men, instead of helping their black sisters, instead of
Right.
realizing, you know what, as a black man, years back, they would do me the same way. I should really help my people around here. But they gave you power only because you had dick and nuts between your legs, okay? Because if
Right.
Diddy was a person with a kitty cat between his legs, he would never have the power or the influence and be able to open up doors that he has. All the shit he's doing
Right.
basically because he got some dick and nuts, and back then that's what they were giving power to, and he misused that power, and he
Right.
degraded
Right.
groups of people that was below him when he know people. And that's why people feel like, I don't get it. You are a group of person and you've been treated so bad. Black men always talk about how the
Right.
powers to be always treat them bad and always do them bad. So why in the fuck would you do a group of individuals that don't have the privilege that you have? You would think you have some compassion, but no, they
Did
don't
you
have
hear what he
fucking
said?
compassion. Hurt people. They've been hurt. Now they want to hurt a group that's less than.
But
And
did you
maybe
hear what he
some, hold
said?
on, maybe some people are right. Some people feel that, these men, they don't want equal rights. They want the white rights. They want to be like the white man. They want to have
Mm-hmm.
more power. So those are the more issues
Right.
that I feel that can be tackled and are more realistic than conspiracy theories.
But did you hear what he said? When he started Bad Boy, he told his assistant and the people he hired that he was going to give the rappers the same damn contract that the white man gave them.
Well,
And
didn't I
someone
just
said,
say
why
that?
would you do that?
And that's that same
Yeah,
mindset
but
that they have.
Yeah, but that's what I was saying. And someone said, why would you do that? And he was told to keep everybody at a certain level, let the talent. That's why Faith was not blown up like Mary J. Faith can blow harder than Mary J, right? But they said to control the artist, they had to take the ones with less talent and tell them, you lucky to have me. And wasn't Mary mentality like that? She was running around talking about, well, he helped me when I was down. Bitch, he the one who put you on the fucking drugs. That's how they play with their mind. He the one put her on the fucking drugs. There's a reason why she was the way she was, and all of them ran trains on her. Death Row, everybody ran trains on her. They talked about it like a dog. And the only way is when he came around like the pimp he is.
Well,
And
what does
told
that
her,
say about
lean
your
on
black
me.
man? What does that say about your black man? Black men, these powerful black men, they will take advantage of women. And I know people like to brag on that, but it's nothing to brag about because it shows a reflection of these black men and how they would treat a vulnerable soul, somebody that is naive, somebody is low. You said they run trains on that sister. That shows a lot of
Yes, they did.
reflection on them and their mindset and how evil they are. And no wonder why the
Yeah.
hip hop community and the whole community as a whole, the whole black community is cursed. It is cursed.
Yeah. Because they don't, the white man tell them that's the only way they're going to put them in those positions, and they don't want to be poor. Once they get a taste of that life, they do not want to go back. They would sell their soul, their mother, their father. They sell everybody. And that's sad, because if they were going to help their community, when they do make all that money, they could tell the white man to go to hell and build a whole nother label and everything else, but they never go back. Temptation is a bitch.
Got it.
And that's
Now,
all that business
Sierra
is
Page
temptation.
says, didn't he make Mary J. Blige get an abortion? No, that's not actually true. I know I partly spread that gossip, but that was from an artificial intelligence page, gossip sites. And we have no truth to back that up. That's just speculation, conspiracy, and gossip. And majority of the stuff that goes on now is speculation, conspiracy, and gossip. I would say 80% of the stuff that you hear repeated on gossip sites, a lot of them is just for the excitement of entertainment. So you cannot take
Except Janesville.
everything that you hear for face value because this is entertainment. This is their playground. Okay. And even if certain artists come out and say it, you still don't even know if that's true. Okay. You just don't.
Well, Mary said when Aaliyah passed, I heard her say this out her mouth on 106 in Park. She said they killed her. Now, she didn't mention who, but she said around about their names, the same one we talking about. And I tell you something, get Gene Deal book. He was Puffy's bodyguard for 20 years. He's seen it all, heard it all. He had to be right next to him when he would have these parties. He was right next to him who he carried in the room. Gene said he slept with everything. Everything moving, men, women, dogs, child. And Gene Deal book is out. And Diddy hadn't said one thing in the last 10 years that Gene been telling on him. He don't even mention Gene, so it got to be true because he would have sued the man.
Mm-hmm. Well,
he's been all over telling it.
Right. Okay.
And Diddy ain't said shit. The only one he wanted to come for 50 because 50 done been in that damn room with him.
Got it.
Okay. I mean, you see who he coming for, right?
Yeah, like I said, my only stance is how he treat these women.
Yeah, I got you. Because, you know, women,
I don't care what he
does
with other men.
Yeah, he need to leave well, you know what's going to happen? Because like I said, Kamara had formed the ladies group. Those ladies just punked out. They were going to go and get all these niggas that done what they done to them. She formed the ladies group. So we're going to go start beating the hell out of these men and a little bit more than that. But some of the ladies punked out. And I was down with that. You know what I mean? He just
Philly
me,
said,
but I tell you what,
Philly said Ashanti, Irving, Nipsey, Lori was all apart. They said it was all apart. It was probably all apart. But they about to tell everybody that's black, that's successful, when everything comes down, they will all have a bad reputation.
Yeah. Well, they forced some of them. They forced some of them to get the contracts. They forced Christopher Williams to give head to Diddy for his contract. They said, nigga, you can't sing. Diddy took him in his office and the secretary court him.
Yeah.
And
so
he
now,
said, bitch, I do whatever I want.
Y'all don't have no hope. It's no hope. You never looked up to your parents. The pastors are all pedos. The Hollywood people, the rappers are all messed up and abusing women. So you have no hope now.
And that's why Brandy mom kept her so close to her bosom.
But they say Brandy mom is a horrible person too.
Well, she horrible, but I don't believe she's ever sold Brandy. We ain't never heard no messed up shit like she sold Brandy to those white doubles or those men.
Well, they said Brandy sold her soul when she got into that car accident. I mean, they say so much. Now, do I believe everything I hear? No, but it's just gossip. But the only reason why I'm saying this is to say that everybody that you name, there are YouTube clips and social media clips that is defaming their name as a bad individual. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what about Gene? What about Gene?
No, I don't know who Gene is.
Because Gene was his bodyguard.
I don't know who that is.
And what about Uncle Ron? They beat the hell out of him because he was telling.
I don't know these people. I think that I'm glad that you came up here because your storytelling was so interesting and it was engaging. But
yeah, I gotta give it to you.
Yeah, I don't listen to all the gossip blogs. To be honest, this is what I do.
Right.
I look at the highest number. So this clip right here, it came out today. And it had high numbers. I said, well, this must be an algorithm. So I'm just going to copy and paste the title and I'm just going to push on through and just see what it does.
Well, when I come on, I try to take you higher, but I do know some of this. I told you my cousin used to work at Diddy's restaurant in New York. Mm-hmm. My cousin gay. Yeah. And he said Diddy was flopping with some of those dudes. So, you know, all those stories in New York ain't no lie. Everybody know how he get down.
Yeah, I don't think nobody is saying it's a lie, or I think some people just don't care if he's gay. Like, I don't care if he's gay. Yeah. I want to know, do you guys care if he's gay? Press 1 if you care if he's gay.
He beat the hell out of
Press
those
2 if you don't care if he's gay. Being gay is not a crime. So
no, I don't care if he's gay, but I don't like the fact that he hurt those little boys. was Usher and them, they was too young to be sleeping in the bed with him. I don't like that, and I don't like that he beat and groomed those young ladies. I'm with you on that. Yeah. I'm just saying that Diddy done it, Diddy done it. And he need to stop all this because they're going to expose him. Then what he going to say? But they said he about to flee. Now, that was word on the curb. Diddy about to fly somewhere where they don't catch his ass. So whatever they going to do with him, they better do it now because he got the money. And somebody talking about hiding his ass over there in one of them foreign countries, and I believe that because he's a punk. He don't want to face his troubles. They said Diddy is ready to flee, just like Russell Simmons did when they was coming down on his ass.
All criminals are the same way. I wouldn't think Diddy would be different from a regular criminal. Don't most criminals, aren't most criminals, aren't they going to flee? Don't most criminals get a lawyer to say they didn't do it? I mean, how often do you hear criminals say, I'm a criminal?
He think he justified. And I think he was touched as a child too, myself. Because most of those that end up like that was touching Diddy's father. You know, he got shot down in the street, so he didn't have father figure, but he used mentors. And most mentors is what? Petties.
Now, you saying most mentors are pedos that have something for kids?
Most of them be around kids for the wrong reason. Everybody I talked to said they were touched. This is what the sad thing is about. You know, when we have our real conversations, most of the people I've met said they was touched at an early age by someone.
Got it. Well, let's ask the chat. If you guys were touched by someone, press 1. If you guys were never touched by someone, press 2. So were you touched by someone?
And you know, yes, I was just getting ready to say that. I was too.
Oh,
and my
I'm
mother
sorry
was
to
so
hear that.
scared. Yeah, from a man and a woman.
So what do you
And my mom was
think
so
people are
scared.
doing in the community to try to listen to kids, to have a safe space in speaking out? Because I don't see the community doing anything to allow kids to have safe spaces to speak out and tell their truth.
They afraid to deal with it. When I told my mom, she religious. She was like, "Oh, baby, we'll talk to them." They did absolutely nothing, but she was so scared. Now my dad was like, "I'm gonna go out and murk them if I," but she was so scared, and then I couldn't even tell her when it was somebody in our family, because then they started saying, "Y'all breaking up the family. Y'all starting all this trouble. Y'all see, this is the sickness that goes on because they don't want to break and embarrass the family." So, you know, she didn't believe me at first because she was like, "Well, they just kissed you, you know, and they sent us to our aunt's house and they got all this riffraff running in there partying. It's going to happen." So I was like, "What is this lady asking me, can she kiss me for?" It was crazy. And I said, "No." And I went to running. And she kept coming to me saying, "Well, come here, I want to talk to you, I want to talk to you." And she did get to kiss me, but then I bust loose. You know, I must have some strength because I kissed her and bust loose.
It's so many people, men, women, straight, gay, that have been touched when they were younger.
Right.
But still, I don't feel today people are giving kids space to be honest. People are not giving kids that vulnerability to speak their truth. So I'm so lost. I hear people complain, but I don't see them doing anything to stop it.
Well, I do. When kids come, I have kids that come to me and say somebody done something.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
right
the
there
community as a whole. I'm talking about the community as a whole.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand. But I do my part now, you know, because I done had my niece say something. And I went right away to straighten it out. But it's a lot of parents and I guess what they call them, adoptive parents. All these people is afraid to face those issues. And I'm not, because I know some kids that it messed them up so mentally to this day. They didn't, they're not right. I'm not afraid to speak up, but that's why they don't want to.
By so many people feeling like they need to be in a relationship and they're getting in relationships out of fear of because they don't want to be alone and they got kids. I think that is a more of a high risk for the kids to be in that situation.
Yeah. Because you bring in, and then let's talk about family members that do that, like cousins, male cousins and stuff. But I shock them to the point where they spit their drink out and start running when I start talking. Oh, I don't want to hear it. Let the Lord take care of it. Let the Lord take care of it. And I'm like, don't you know the Lord give you trials and tribulations so you can face them head on? That's why he give it to you, to see what you're going to do about it. And when you fail your child, you fail yourself. And then you fail what he had for you. That's why a lot of them not blessed with anything. Because when they put through the test, they don't step up. And I just could never do that to my child. So it was good for me because I learned you have to get in the open. You have to discuss it and you have to deal with it face on. And that one that did the perpetration, they immediately need to be removed and dealt with. But this is the way they talk. They Christians or whatever, and they afraid. We just gonna pray. And I'll be like, no, you're supposed to deal with that face on. That's why he gave it to you. So we used to get into it all the time arguing. Because I don't believe that everything is about picking up the Bible. I believe that is common sense. And when someone violates you, your child, or anybody, you're supposed to face that person face and head on. That's the only way it's going to get dealt with. And that person going to feel so low and disgusted, they might not even touch nobody and run away again. But everybody know what you did and you on blast. I think that'll make them think twice. But all this hiding in the house and what go on in here, stay in here, hell no. And that's why me and my mom had bumped heads, because I told her I don't believe in that. I'm going to tell a friend, I'm going to tell everybody that this mother effer touched me. And if that break up your little relationship or your friends or whatever, so be it. Because they didn't care what the hell it done to me. So I ain't never been like that Millie Mouth. That's why she didn't want me around people, because I would come out and tell it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man and woman, a cousin of mine, dry humped me, and everybody know what that is. So I went and told that. Oh, why are you starting this? Why you doing? Oh, what the hell you mean? Starting mess. You know what I mean? This nigga done that to me. And then they say, oh, she crazy. Because, when someone did something to me, I went after them. Okay, so I was a little different. Because, I felt like they should be dealt with. So to stop all that, I got sent to camp, because I would come in the house telling them this so-and-so done this and that. They say, oh, Lord, this girl crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy, all right. But I just want people out there to know the time is now, and if someone is doing something to you, speak on it. Don't even care about their feelings, because think about it. They don't give a damn about how you feel. They just doing what they want to do to you. And you have every right to face them. Bring them down front. And I guarantee you'll save another little girl or a little boy, somebody that got raped or something, if you speak up. Just speak up. And I guarantee you that punk-ass rapist or whatever go running.
Yeah. All right. Well, I thank you so much, 678. And it's always a pleasure to hear your voice. All right. So we're going to let you go then. All right. So we are back on Diddy. I'm sorry, James, you're triggered. I'm sorry, y'all triggered. All right. So let's go to T's and Yin and Yang. How you doing, T's? T's, Yin and Yang. TG, okay. Are you there?
Hi, Gigi. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. What are your two cents
Okay.
about Diddy?
No, it's just, a predator, he learns his ways from other people. He's gonna be a predator either way it goes.
Can we
That's
say
just what he's gonna do.
a pedo just so YouTube,
Okay.
how they are?
No, I know what you mean, DG. No, I'm just saying, like, everybody that has known music, known Diddy, known Cassie, known Mary J. Blige, any of this information, Suge Knight, all that, he's been that way. But the thing is, right now, like, people who got something to say, either they hating on him or they really feel that he did what he did, and it's coming at a time where he has to be represented properly. He did that shit. So I don't know what your take is on the situation, but he did it, and I don't know what else to say about that.
Got it. Well, I appreciate your intake. All right. So we'll put you down for right now. I'm calling from 573. You're live on the air. 573.
Yes. Hi, Miss Gigi. How are you?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Oh, pretty good. Well, I just want to share this. I am a Christian woman, so I'm just coming from a Christian perspective that I heard this man of God speak about P. Diddy, and he was saying P. Diddy was going to be exposed. He said P. Diddy was going down like R. Kelly. And he said what R. Kelly experienced was like surviving R. Kelly. He said the same thing is going to happen with P. Diddy. It's going to be like surviving P. Diddy. So it's going to be a lot of people coming out and exposing him. And also, like I said, I'm a woman of God. So God had gave me for 2023, which we're at the end of 2023, but he told me that this was the year of exposure. So a lot of things is being exposed, and people are going down. They're no longer will be able to get away with the crimes and the different things that they had committed. And even in our personal lives, people who have done us wrong and done a lot of stuff, they're going to be exposed too. So I just been seeing a lot of this being manifested. I had wrote some stuff down. What else? Exposure. And just like anybody, like I said, anybody that's been cheating and lying, like I just went through a lot in my life. And you want to take vengeance, but the Lord said, vengeance is mine. So we just have to let the Lord handle things. But P. Diddy time is up, and he know that it's up. And it's like I kind of be trying to figure out, do I feel sorry for him? I don't, because he have committed so much hurt and pain and crime. So his time is just up, and it's going to be played out right in front of us. It's over for him. So that's pretty much all I have to say.
Well, I thank you so much. All right. We're going to let her go. All right. So I just got some more information about Krishan Rock. So do you guys want to do another Krishan Rock live? Press 1 if yes, press 2 if no. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. Confirms. Remove. Tattoos. I'm making up the live as I'm talking right now. Should I get some pizza tonight? What do you guys think? 1. Okay, y'all want to talk about Krishan? Okay. Tattoo. How do you spell tattoo? Tattoo. Tattoo. All right. Krishan confirms remove blue face tattoo. Krishan removed blue fat tattoo, and she want to remove. And Jade and Alexis. I'm typing as I go. Jaden. Alexis. Celebrate. Jane and Alexis celebrate. Celebrate is. I'm just gonna put this done with it. It's done with Blueface. Okay. What time is a good time? Just waiting for my man to get off. I'm eating grilled chicken. Where are you gonna order? I don't know. I don't know. Where should I order it? I can go to Pizza Hut. I should. I'm thinking about Pizza Hut. Ooh, and they got them cinnamon buns. You guys know I love cinnamon buns. I love me some cinnamon buns. And I just want to say I appreciate you guys. Oh, Venus. How you doing, Venus? Venus, are
Hello.
you there? Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I was in and out of your chat. I was listening to everybody talking about Diddy, and they pretty much just touched everything for me. I mean, all I was going to say was if he really did it, then he has to face his consequences. You know, there's nothing else to it. If you really did it, it don't matter if you did it 10 years ago, 20 years ago. I feel like you should still pay for that because while you get to walk around free and not think about what you did to that person anymore, that person still cries about what you did to them. That person still is traumatized about what you did to them. And I'm pretty sure that person is never going to forget what you did to them. So while you can move from that moment, and in your mind, you're no longer that man, in that person's eyes, you are, and you always will be. So yeah, I don't care if it happened in 1993 or whenever it happened. If there's proof and there's evidence there that he did that, it's time to go. That's all I had to say about him.
Time to go hit the road, Jack. All right. Well, I thank
Hmm.
you so much. All right. So okay. Let me move that here. Yep. So any other comments? I'm gonna look in the comment section. It says every dog has their day. Every wrong will become right. Um CC29 every day. I don't know if I believe that. I believe some people they get away with different stuff, but I think that in the climate that we're in now, I think that Puff Daddy he was misled and he did wrong based on the past, and when men were able to mistreat women and to do women wrong, I don't think they ever foresee the feminist movement being this powerful, where you can take down powerful men. In the past, they have told these men, as long as you have power, that nobody can't do anything. You are unstoppable. As long as you have money, access, and power, you are unstoppable. And unfortunately, these men, they felt like they were demigods. But when the feminist movement come, they are coming. And you still have people today that are trying to stop the feminist movement, and they don't want these women to have their rights to speak up against powerful men like these. They want to blame the women and to say, well, you shouldn't have been there. You could have ran. It's your fault. Why did you stay so long? Why did you get with him anyway? You knew you just wanted money anyway. So they still, I mean, the fight is forever fighting, and the fight will never be ever stopped. So I'm just thankful that the feminist movement is getting more powerful, and they are taking big men like Diddy down. Okay. And I'm so happy for that. So what do you guys have to say about it? I heard the winning of squash games didn't get the millionaires. I'm glad they are getting Diddy the F out of here. She paid them off. Miss Rob, it's all a mess. Whatever became of Lizzo's lawsuit, did you guys see they were telling the truth? No. I mean, that was so long ago, and I think they were lying about Lizzo. It's deeper than the feminist movement. This is spiritual. Well, I believe that, it's going to be different for many people. For media, that's your perspective. And that's your views on it. However, different people are going to see it differently, and that's okay. All right. I think when a case is huge like Lizzo, then it goes away. It's because they pissed someone off. Them girls were just mad. But yeah, but let's not take focus off of Diddy to talk about Lizzo. I think that is someone that shit, keep your foot on Diddy, okay? And what he did to Cassie. And to me, that is the most horrible thing is what he did to Cassie, how he hit her, how he kept her doing all this stuff. And what is the horrible thing that you dislike about this P. Diddy case and all these men? And do you see the correlation? Russell Wilson is because Russell Wilson Simmons is because how he treated women. Cuban Junior Gooding, how he treated women. So please don't sit up here and tell me it's not have to do with feminists and women. Okay. Okay. This is definitely part of the Me Too movement. Y'all don't see that? Okay. Jamie, that has to do with the woman, right? These women are speaking up and they want their just due. You know, women are speaking up. Okay. At a time, women did not feel safe to speak up. This is giving women space to speak up and to push these powerful men down. Okay. And I'm all for it. Okay. We all shall see shadow black. And hopefully this will teach men that they cannot just treat women any type of way. Even if they are dating her or being in a relationship with her, you cannot treat her any type of way. You cannot use her as your puppet. It's wrong. Okay, it's not right. Cassie is so beautiful. You can't even imagine her getting down like that. Diddy got her sleeping with random who could give her something. That states are truly failing. They are getting a reality check. I'm not saving it, has no bearing. Just saying it's deeper than that. Well, I'm talking about as far as the court system, media, like I said, I don't know your spirituality. I think that's personal. But we're talking about as far as the law is concerned, this is a law situation. Okay, I think something spiritually will have nothing to do with the law. It could have nothing to do with the law. I mean, but this have everything to do with the law and their rights in these lawsuits. Okay, because they all getting lawsuits and they all got to face that government. Okay. I don't know if I believe the Jamie Foxx stuff either. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I don't know why either. I mean, why don't you believe what she says? I don't. Why wouldn't you believe what she says? I mean, you don't know Jamie Foxx. You don't know what type of person he is. At the end of the day, he's the same man that came and eat the same plate from Diddy. I mean, they're all the same. Shit. Y'all don't think that where's Cynthia G at when you need her? Okay. Second I'm playing. You don't think the other communities seeing them as they all the same? You don't think the other communities are seeing them they all the same? Look at all of them. All the powerful black men, Cosby, Russell, Jamie, they all the same. Okay. Look at Russell Simmons hiding like a rat in Ballad. Right. Like a coward. Over a woman. Because he's touching women inappropriately. He's disrespecting women. Okay. And these men got to respect women. Period. Period. Whew. Do you think that do you think this is a good example for other men. They would think twice when it comes to disrespecting a woman. Do you think they'd think twice now from all these cases, from Russell to Diddy to Cuban to all of them? Press 1 if you think they'll think twice now. You know, this is teaching them a lesson. Press 5 if you feel like it's not going to teach them a lesson, that the system has to be harder on these type of men. They have to be harder. Okay. Well, Venus, we have to be harder. Okay. We have to be harder when it comes to these type of men. We have to be harder if this is not going to teach them. All right. Huh. Especially celebrities. Yeah. Do you guys think it was ever a time that never mind, I ain't gonna go there. It's a systematic GG. Yeah. Well, let's ask this. Who wants to uphold the patriarchy? Press 8 if you want to uphold the patriarchy. Press 10 if you want to pull down the patriarchy. I just want to see where you guys are. Where y'all at in life? Fact of the matter is, they're not allowed to achieve fame and success unless they agree to get down with the get down. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Random? Is that supposed to be gay? If that's the case, it's a lot of gay men out here that would never be successful. I think that's conspiracy theories. Okay. The fact is, random, that men need to keep their hands off of women. Men needs to respect women. Period. When it comes to these relationships, when it comes to working with women, they are not your sexual appetite where you can pass by and get to touch on them, or you can say certain sexual things to them. That is not right, random. And that's what it is. Why are all the conspiracies tonight? K. Smith, I am to blame for the conspiracy theories. The reason why I say I am to blame, K. Smith, is because the title and the video that I'm talking about is from an artificial intelligence branding YouTube channel. And they deal with a lot of conspiracy theories. So that's their fan base. So when I put this title into the YouTube videos, it sends out a message to conspiracy theories to say, come check this out. So I did that. In the future, starting next week, Monday, maybe I need to reword the titles, and I need to have a more focus with taking down the patriarchy. I need to reword it, and I need to refocus on taking down the patriarchy. How about that? Okay. But it's my fault. It's because I put this title in here. I used a video that I know that is partially conspiracy, because a lot of this stuff that this video talked about is a lot of conspiracy theories. It's not a lot of truth in here. It's mixed in for good entertainment. So if those people come, I attract them with this video and with the title. So it's my fault. Okay, sorry about that. I gotta do better. Okay. Girl, you're gonna be waiting on the world to change. You're trying to take down the patriarchy. Well, I think it takes one day at a time, Venus, because if we looked at 1700s, do you think Black people would ever thought they would have access like they have now in the 1700s? Do you really think Black people at that time really saw they can come outside and says, I'm Black and I'm proud, and they wouldn't get beat down? in 1700. They didn't even have that fucking dream. Are you kidding me? Anything in this world is possible. And that's for anybody. You know, you have to continue to fight. People are lazy. I believe that our ancestors, they were more of a fighter than the generation is today. I feel that people is trapped in a booby trap. They get so comfortable and they think everything is nice, but they don't even realize it's lions all around them, and they're about to get eaten, bitch. Okay? And Diddy and these guys, they did not move smart. They thought that they were safe because they were powerful men. And by them being a man and powerful with all this money, that was going to save them from their wrongdoings. But guess what? It took the feminist movement to say, you know what? Things are going to change. Now, I don't think the feminist movement, I don't think it was very popular. It's still not popular to date. Okay? But a small number can be very powerful. So please, and that's another thing, Venus, people are going to underestimate you, and you have to use that to your advantage. Just like bitches underestimated me. Bitches did not see me bringing out them nigga pictures. Okay? They didn't see it. They underestimated me. Period. So you have to use that as your advantage. If they think you weak, let them allow that until you're ready to strike. Once you strike, be calculated and have the next move to the next move to the next move to the next move. So therefore, you can't go nowhere. Yeah, I want you to think that I'm weak and I ain't gonna do nothing. Okay? So they're doing right. And of course, I think everything is a monopoly. I think possibly the white man or whoever man behind the scenes, they're going to take the feminist movement to use to their advantage to take down Diddy, to take down all these other individuals. So people are using each other to take down other enemies. And that's just how you play the fucking game. Game of fucking Thrones, okay? And that's why it's so important for you to have alliances, okay? And for you guys to be on the same team with alliances, because Cassie could not have done this alone. She had to have an alliance that knew exactly what they were doing, that were calculated. And the guy, the Caucasian guy, whoever guy that wanted to take Diddy, he could not do this shit alone either. He needed an ally to take down Diddy. So it's very important to have allies in this game. They were power tripping. This generation is not having it, and I'm so happy for it, Jamie. Okay. Yeah, can't be taken down if you're innocent. I'm going to, well, CC29, I do believe that you can still be taken down if you're innocent. In this day and time, the world that we're heading into, it is so easy to make up a lie on an innocent person and to have everybody to believe it. That is easy to do. It is easy to set up someone that's innocent. You don't think so? And I want to know, do you guys think it's easy in this day and time to set up someone? Press 1 if you feel like, yes, it is easy and possible to set up an innocent person. Press 4 if you feel like, no, it's just not, it's not going to happen. It's impossible. I think that you should be innocent. But just because you're innocent, that does not going to save you. You're going to have to be smart. You're going to have to protect your innocence. You're going to have to protect your innocence. You're going to have to be watchful. You're going to have discernment in the company that you keep, because a person that's going to set you up is going to be your close friend. So you're going to have discernment. You got to have to be watchful. Yes. Yes. You cannot be innocent and naive and think that you're going to make it out of here alive. No. No. They're going to prey on innocent and naive. So it says people want to see actual video or photos. It didn't happen in this day and age. Well, CC29, I mean, we can always edit photos. We can always edit videos to make it seem like something is not. I mean, shit, we have artificial intelligence, CC29. Come on now. On the thumbnail, you see 2 men kissing. That's not kissing. Okay. Don't you think in time they're just going to get better with the photos? They're going to get better with the videos. I mean, you actually can have a Nicki Minaj doing stuff that she never did. So get out of here. In the future, you're not going to be able to tell left from right when it comes to photos and videos. You got to look in the future, sweetheart. They're just going to get better. They're going to get better. This is just a taste. They're going to get better. So, most niggas in jail did that shit, and there are some who didn't do the crimes, but most probably did it. Yeah, I'm all for jail motherfuckers. I'm not up here trying to vote, trying to get jail people more comfortability. Okay. But I just want to say, do you guys like how did I do in this commentary? Press 1 if you guys enjoy my commentary. Press 4 if you did not enjoy my commentary. And I want to know, do you think today was a different day for me? Do you think press 8 if you feel like my commentary have changed? I don't know. I think so. I don't know why, but I think today has been a changing day. I really do. Man, Lipstick Alley was calling all this shit out years ago. Nobody believed her. I made Beyonce kiss Kim for kicks via AI. Philly, you gotta email me, okay? I would love to see Beyonce kiss Kim K, and I would love to know what AI program you used. I love to talk to people that is about the future and know how to play around with different stuff. I love people that have that open mind. So I would love to see it. Yes, you can. Okay. You wasn't as fun today. Oh, okay, that's true. Maybe I was more serious. I did take a serious tone today. Do you like me being more serious, Shay? Do you guys feel like I was more serious versus just more comical? I guess I keep on switching up. Calmer demeanor. Why do I can't help it, y'all. I like switching shit up. I don't want to come out here all the time being very crazy. Sometimes I like the calm demeanor. Okay. My daughter is showing me this stuff. I got you. Yes. You saw how many people thought that AI picture of Nicki and Drake you had posted was real? Yeah. That's our future. I like you more serious, Messy. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I feel like a lot of people like me more serious. And that's why people are so taken back and they're surprised when I do artificial intelligence like rubymae, and when I do jokes. And when I do skits, people were taken back because people are so used to me being so serious like this. So they're like, what the fuck? I would never think that you have that much silliness in you. And that's why I like breaking the mold, because I like to show all parts of me. Even though not all parts of me is accepted or appreciated in different audiences. But I like showing different parts, But yeah. I do like both the minutes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. And I remember earlier this year and probably last year, I was doing a lot of more commentary on making men accountable. Do you guys remember that? Do you guys think I did that? What do you guys think? Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking about should I bust a U-turn? Should I go back to those times? Okay. The reason why I stopped is because people were campaigning that I have something against men, and people were campaigning that I was homophobic and I hated men. So I stopped. I was like, okay, I have nothing against men and I'm not homophobic. So I stopped for a while. Okay, sound annoying with the callers. Yeah, you well rounded. Take that back. It was a joke. It wasn't posted. Get used to it. The AI stuff, fake pictures and videos is crap. I love your balance. I know you're rocking with Krishan Rock, but you've been giving us the perfect mix of rock fans for the same people. Well, Venus, I would not, when I do commentary, you just never know with me. Sometimes I view it as a game. Unfortunately, I think I'm probably going to take more of an unbiased approach with Krishan Rock going forward. So we'll just see. But if her supporters come in heavy, it motivates me to want to take her side because of her supporters. But if I don't get them supporters heavy, shit, I'll be like, fuck it. Okay. Whatever. Okay. I don't mind debating, so I can go either side. I can go left or right. I like your commentary as usual, Gigi. Whether serious. Oh, thank you. Let's share. All right. Well, I'm going to get on out of here. I'm going to go get me some pizza and I'll come back with some more commentary at midnight to do the Krishan Rock story. I don't blame you, Gigi. I don't wish bad on the girl, but she really never learned. If people keep calling her, well, I say yes and no, but I think that she always will have people that make her accountable, like you, Venus. You hold her accountable, and so do so many other people. She's gonna pick what side she's gonna pick, whether people cuddle her or not. Those are her fans, and that's what fans do. That's what fans do. So ain't nothing you can do about that. Hell yeah, I'm on that ass like white on rice. All right, well, I'm going to get on out of here. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye. DJ.